So, first up, I'd like to welcome Rupert Lorraine from the University of Plymouth. Rupert will be talking about Mobius, a potential new brand for competitive sailing enthusiasts to give them an edge on the water. Rupert, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon. As Michael said, I'm Rupert. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to briefly outline our plans and explain why we're pitching here today. Our vision is to launch Mobius, a premium, technically led apparel brand for competitive sailing enthusiasts looking to gain an edge on the water, drawing on our unique insight and understanding of the science behind sailing. My first degree is in marine sports technology, and I have a master's in engineering. I've spent most of my career so far working at the interface between industry and academia. My business partner, Mark Robinson, studied applied marine sports science at Plymouth. He is also a passionate sailor, and he's competed for Team Great Britain for the last 7 years. We want to exploit our scientific understanding of the sport to develop a completely new sailing system, complementary garments designed to meet the specific demands of the sport. Our range comprises technically innovative, performance-led halo products, on-water wear and shorewear. We believe that sailing kit should be uncompromising, with a focus on performance as well as superior comfort, durability and style. Through the Design Council, we've been mentored by Gareth Jones, ex-technical director of Dyson, to understand how to design these features into our products. I've brought with me a couple of early prototypes, which I'll hand to the Dragons after the pitch. We've engaged potential customers, the British Olympic sailing team and America's Cup sailing team to qualify these product ideas. We commissioned a report from the university to quantify the global market opportunity, and that's allowed us to highlight some key target countries, including the UK, France, Germany, Sweden, Australia and the States. Our research shows that this is a mature sector, but there's a lot of diversification. As a result, current sailing kit on offer is a compromise. There's also a clear lack of focus on the female end of the market. People have played lip service, they've made some pink versions, but nothing more than that. We aim to specialise, and our products will always be designed separately for men and for women. So to summarise, we have knowledge of the customer needs, some great ideas and prototypes, and a strong brand position. We're aware of our own strengths and weaknesses, and we understand where we can add value. We've got credibility with the key influencers in the market and a proven ability to generate PR. We understand the costs involved, and we've already demonstrated our ability to leverage funding. Most importantly, we've got the burning desire to succeed. However, we recognise we're very new to this, we're still learning, and therefore we want to bring on board investors who are willing to mentor and help us to accelerate our progress. We are prepared to release equity to make this happen. We're looking for people with complementary skills and experience, passion, and I think most crucially, the commercial acumen to help us succeed. Thank you very much.
Okay, Rupert, well done. You've got 5 minutes to be questioned by the Dragons. Might as well start with you, Doug, if you've got something on the tip of your...
Sure, not a problem. Rupert, though I can fully acknowledge the strength of your team and the fact that you have clearly delineated that you're focusing, you have access to and you're responding to the needs of customers. The first question I ask any business that you haven't answered, thus it hollows out your entire presentation, is what do you do that people need or want? Everything is going to flow from the innovation that leads to the advantage that sets you apart from others, and you have done nothing to inform me of that in your pitch. So you now have an opportunity post-pitch to do it.
Okay, so to understand what we're offering in terms of
what have you done or are you going to do that makes your product better than, say, Musto's latest delivery to the market? I use them as a random example.
Okay, so the focus of our business is on competitive dinghy sailing. And there's a lot of compromise in that sector. If you ask competitive dinghy sailors, even at the Olympics, and you've seen on TV in the last couple of days, they use products which are not fit for purpose. So they use wetsuits, which are designed for submerged users, and they use them above the water. They're very rarely submerged, especially if they're good sailors. So the wind chill factor decreases their physical performance. They then wear buoyancy aids on top and a windproof smock. None of those garments are designed to be complementary or breathable. So what we've done is gone back to a blank sheet of paper, said, okay, what are the physiological demands on the body when you're undertaking this kind of sailing, speaking to nutritionists, sports scientists and so forth. and then started from a blank sheet of paper and designed products which work together to provide, as I said, a kind of complete, comprehensive sailing system. And the idea is we're trying to get people to think of what they're wearing as an extension of the equipment they're using. People are willing to invest large amounts of money on new sails, new boats, season on season. We're trying to get them to think of what they're wearing as a performance aid in the same way that they would buy new kit to go on the boat to make them go faster. So we're delivering a competitive advantage.
Come in with a question there. Well, first of all, I have to say I don't sail and I would love one because I think they look great. But based on everything that you've just said, competitive advantage, you've done huge amounts of research that it will lend itself well to the body, it looks a great product. Will that therefore mean it's higher priced than anything else on the market?
Yeah, as you've probably seen in the business plan, our intention is to position the brand at the premium end of the market. That obviously does narrow our scope, our potential customers. As you've seen in the business plan, we've looked at each product and profiled the market against each product. So, for example, the buoyancy aid is not going to appeal to your kind of lifestyle customer, but things like our technical hoodies have much wider appeal. So our early stage numerical analysis, which is really just a kind of dump of our thought process onto paper, shows that we've thought through those issues and we understand exactly where we're positioning ourselves.
Rupert, this is, I mean, I do sail a bit, and this is very good stuff. But how are you going to get it to the market? I mean, you're competing against some of the huge global brands with their huge marketing budgets, Henry Lloyd, Musto, whatever. How are you going to get this out into the market?
OK, so how we're actually practically going to get it into the market is launch with direct sales through an online website, move into a retail and then distribution model. That is a business model which has been demonstrated by other brands in the sailing market. So Rooster was started by an individual and he followed that path. It's now quite a successful company with a different brand positioning, I might add. Sorry, could you repeat the second part of the question?
No, there was only the one part. It was how are you going to get the market?
Your time is running out. Alan, can you
I'd like
last
to
question?
build on the question because there's so many competitors out there. I've read the business plan. Yeah. If you get out there and you succeed, what are you going to do to stop them stealing your best ideas and replicating what you're doing?
OK, so I think the core of our competitive advantage is because we've got a very clear niche market position. The competitors are highly diversified. If you look at Musto, the household names, they do equipment for shooting, fishing. It's not a clear brand offer. The other key competitive advantage for us is that by going down the direct sales route, we can actually invest more in the individual products. So if you look at what Douglas Gill puts into a jacket that you can buy on the shelf, they have a huge retail margin to absorb. We won't have that initially, and we're actually able to invest far higher quality in the raw materials.
Rupert, Mobius, thank you very much indeed.